For our final debate of the evening, the resolution is that being a retiree is better than being a student. And vote for arguments in favor of the motion, please welcome the Prime Minister, Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what our opponent thinks about this subject. She's a mere child, ladies and gentlemen. I was a student for 20 years and retired for 16. Believe me, retirement's better. Students can drink all they want. Retirees can drink all they want too, as long as it's prune juice or milk of magnesia or Metamucil. We can have sex whenever we want. Students can have sex whenever they want. Well, so can we, as long as we plan 2 hours in advance with our Viagra. Students love growing their own pot. Ladies and gentlemen, we love growing our pot too, ladies and gentlemen. They spent a week in Florida in a spring break, you know, in a drunken stupor. Ladies and gentlemen, retirees can spend that same week driving home from Florida, ladies and gentlemen. If students are better than retired, why do the young people spend their whole youth planning for this retirement? Students can date a different person every night of the week and spend the whole week, the whole night making wanton love all night long, ladies and gentlemen. Who would want that, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, students don't get enough sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, not a problem for retirees. We can sleep all day, and mostly do, ladies and gentlemen. Students, they have no money, and they have no idea what to do with that money if they had it. Ladies and gentlemen, retirees don't have any money either, but we know what to do with it if we had it. Excuse me. Students, sure, they can eat anything they want. Big deal. Retirees and seniors can eat anything we want too, as long as it doesn't have any fat, sugar, carbs, calories, or taste. Ladies and gentlemen, the medical, you know, what about the medical problems youth have? They have acne. You know, seniors don't have acne. Now, sure, we have diabetes, cancer, heart disease, and a million other things, but that doesn't give you little pimples on your cheek, does it? When you die, your face is clear.
Strong arguments from the Prime Minister's side. Now for 3 minutes of arguments against, please welcome the Leader of the Opposition, Natalie.
Well, it's kind of hard to argue against someone who's giving you so many points on your own side. Sure, yes, we can have sex and drink alcohol all we want. We're going to pay for it when we retire, though. I tell you that. All that drinking and eating all the junk food at McDonald's, we're going to be paying for that when we retire. Not even when we retire. When we hit 40, I'm sure we're going to be regretting that. Students don't sleep. We don't have time to sleep, but that's okay. We'll make up for that later, if we make it there, I guess. We don't have money, that's true. Neither of us have money, but we're going to get money. Retirees don't have the chance of getting money anymore. They're not going to work again, so they will never have that prospect of getting money again. We also have diabetes and cancers. I don't see why that seems to be only for retirees. Students have mental health problems as well. Early 20s are the prime time to get mental health issues. So those are also health things that we have to deal with as students. So those are rebuttals. Good things for students. We, as students, have our whole life to look forward to. We have full of possibilities. We can go out and see the world. We may not have the money to do that, but we can always go and get jobs in other countries. We have unlimited amount of time to go out there and experience life. Even though we have no money to do so, that is fine. We don't have family to hold us down. We don't have children that we have to see. We don't have grandchildren that we want to see. We may not have money, but the reason why retirees don't have money is they have a lot of grandchildren that they have to buy gifts for all the time. So students have better health care as well. We have health care through the school. We don't have as much health issues, but we have good health care. Retirees don't have that benefit. Normally, it's if they don't already have healthcare, it's really hard for them to get insurance for healthcare. Students get that automatically by being enrolled at a university or a college. We also have less health issues. We can go out there and be more active. We can stay up late at night. We can go out and be more social with people. We are also easier to adapt to new technologies. We can go out and have more fun than retirees because we are more malleable and we have our whole life to look forward to. So because of all the reasons I said and some that the government has said, please support my motion to defeat his motion.
Thank you, Natalie. And for 1 minute of closing remarks, please welcome back Mr. Prime Minister Michael.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, I could have sworn that the opposition was also giving arguments on my side, talking. I didn't even bring up that kids have a lot of mental illness. That would be a argument for our side, so thank you. You get diabetes too? Well, again, I don't know. It doesn't sound like an advantage to be a student to me. You say that children don't pull you down. Well, if they pull you down, what a negative way to look at. I hope your parents didn't have that. You wouldn't be here tonight. And by the way, it's those children that's going to be paying for my old age. We don't. Adults don't have to adapt to technology because those kids, instead of pulling me down, are doing it all for me. You know, you seem to forget that seniors get special rates all over the place, and medical, you know, sure, we have to go to the doctor now and then, in my case about 3 times a week, but still, it's, we don't pay when we go there. And if there's one argument, ladies and gentlemen, that will indubitably sway this and my side, is that for 20 or 30 years, retired people get hundreds of thousands of dollars of Canada pension, old age security, and free drugs, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you are going to pay for it.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Having heard both sides of the argument, for those who are for the popular vote, those voting for the government's arguments, please raise your hands. 12. And those who are voting for the opposition's arguments, please raise your hands. 9. 9. The motion is carried. Please congratulate the government.